Hi, I'm Maenad from SampleLibraryReview.com, and today we're going to be diving into Orchestral Tools Creative Soundpacks. Orchestral Tools have been releasing these Creative Soundpacks. It seems like there's a new one every month. The demos are a real delight to listen through, with a wide range of different unique instruments or instrumentation sampled, and I was eager to dive into all of them to create this video for you today. I'm going to be playing through a demo I mocked up using just about all of the Creative Soundpacks, just to get a feel for how they kind of blend together and what kind of creativity I might get inspired with using them. And then after that, I'll go through each of the Creative Soundpacks, showing you some examples and sharing my thoughts about the libraries after using them for a couple weeks. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is just dive into this demo that I mocked up using all the Creative Soundpack libraries from Orchestral Tools, and afterwards I'll do a breakdown going through different sections, showing you which articulations and instrument collections I used to create this composition. Alright, now that we heard the composition here, I'm going to go ahead and break down each of the parts just so you can hear the different layers and textures. First one I used was this grain studies, and this is an articulation that is in the Maenad library. Again, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. It's just a great little granular pad. So that's kind of that background texture I used throughout that. And then to kind of give it a little bit more depth, I added some of this wonderful Solpont violin from the Umbra sound pack. So it's got a lot of nice movement in there. And that was all kind of backing and supporting and adding texture to the Babel vocals that I used. And this was the ah vocals. So when you hear those three together, they kind of create an even more rich texture. And then the next thing here is that my favorite piano patch from the Creative Soundpacks is the Patina piano here, and that one's just that low felt. Yeah, I just really love the sound of that one. And you hear that little roll into it. That's using the Dagu, that's the Chinese theater drums, and those have some really neat articulations through them. And then little flams. And then I kind of switched it up with the main thing for the vocals. I switched back and forth between two different articulations, one being the very quiet sustained hms, ems, and ahs. And I changed up from one articulation to the next, the same phrase, to really give us more of a dynamic contrast. So you hear there that the ahs really just kind of open up there. And I also started some hits with the tree trunk percussion in the Arbos collection. A pretty neat percussion sound, very ethnic, flavored. They're literally hitting tree trunks. And then I played a little bit for the first time with some marimba samples that are also included in the Arbos instruments. And purposefully kind of made it a little sloppy. And then I doubled that with some of the ensemble mallets in the Or library. And now with those marimbas. So there's a couple other things going on you'll hear when I play all of those together for this kind of build section. Crescendo shaker. That's from the Arbos series. And then from there I used a kind of a backing track utilizing the amber strings with pizzicato articulations and one staccato. And in that section, I went ahead and doubled that with our Patina, a little more bright version, bright articulation of the piano. Just to give it a little more texture, a little more presence, and I kind of feel like there's a nice stereo spread across that as well. A repetitive metal rhythm. And then from there, I've also gone ahead and did a little bit of a backbeat with the Arbos percussion. And of course, you do hear those vocals. I did the same kind of thing, and you can hear the ums and ahs change up from the first to the last 8, as well as the cello joined by a violin up an octave. And then I let it resolve again with a low drone, that was from the Babel processed articulations and the violin solpont articulation that I used at the beginning to layer the textures. So I just wanted to break that down and share that with you. It gave me a great deal of an idea of what maybe I could do with this for some kind of opening title sequence, something like a darker, mysterious HBO kind of thing. That's what I was going for. And I hope you enjoyed this section. The next section of this video, I'm going to be giving little reviews and examples of each of the Creative Soundpacks and share what I thought about each of them. I'm going to start with the latest release in the series. This is one of my favorites. It's Patina, and it's sampled from what they're calling a well-worn living room piano. I think it has a nice, warm, rich tone, and the felt versions are really wonderful. It's currently my go-to for felt piano. But the atmospheres and sound design are what take the instrument in surprising and even more useful directions. The pads are amazing. Showing off the sound design talents of the developer. Umbra, they're calling this their shamanic ritual instrument. It's got 8 different Middle Eastern flutes, skin drums, a humming shaman with legato transitions, and a bunch of percussion. Umbra adds sound design and ensemble patches, making it a very creative tool for anyone looking to add some organic, mystical, ethnic elements to a track. Now, I already did a quick look video of Umbra, and I'll include a link to that if you want to check that out. Or is a tuned metals instrument in the Creative Soundpack series. If you're a tuned metal percussion nut like myself, you're going to love this one. It's complete with a tongue drum, gongs, kalimbas, bells. All recorded with a real detail and clarity. Ads in this one are really nice. The kicks instruments in these are unexpected, and I'm sure I'm going to be reaching to use those. Next Creative Soundpack is, I think it's pronounced Maenad, and it's sampled from a Verifone. This signed instrument provides detail and clarity. There's a lot of dimension from this organic instrument. It's expanded with its usefulness with the inspired pads. Plucks and textures. Dagu provides an intimately captured set of Chinese theater drums, delivered with ensemble patches, as well as solo instruments. What I really like about these is they're uniformly mapped across the keyboard with hits, flams, rolls, and clicks. Arbos is touted as the natural forest percussion, and I thought, what did they do? Just bring a bunch of trees into the studio? And in some ways, that's kind of what it sounds like. But what I love about this one is the clarity of the playback in this unique sample set. They've sampled roots, hits, rustling branches with rolls and flams. And I think this will be really wonderful for adding a dimension to a percussion part. And there's also 3 tuned marimba instruments that I really like. Probably my favorite of the Creative Soundpacks, Babel, is hypnotic with its detail and expressiveness. When I was demoing Babel for this video review, I had to stop, and because I was so inspired to start writing with it, so I started working on music, which is what became the music for the mock-up that I shared in the beginning of the video. The sustains morph from delicate to powerfully emotive, but my one critique here is that you have to be real careful with your expression, as the transitions add that bass singer, and they're extremely sensitive, so it did require some finesse to get a little more natural expressiveness. The pads in this instrument are divine. And the ambient texture patch is a real treat. Umbra is Orchestral Tools' Creative Soundpacks with sampling a down-tuned string quartet. That's right, what they actually did is sample string quartet tuned down fourth. It's truly unique and expressive with these dark legato qualities. Sound design instruments are unique and a real sonic treat, with the pads being some of my favorite in the entire Creative Soundpack series. This one I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of. Now, I know we just blasted through all of these Creative Soundpacks, and I've tried to share a quick summary of my thoughts after working with them for a couple weeks, but I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Have you been using these Creative Soundpacks in the Sign player? Which ones do you have? Let me know below. And if any of these packs stand out to you as something you're excited or interested in, please comment below. Let me know. I'm always eager to get your input and feedback. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope it's been helpful and or useful. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are not already. And be sure to head back around on Fridays for the weekly Deal Compressor Show.